Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be, should Gavin Newsom be the Democratic nominee for president in 2028? So, first of all, some recent news is that California Governor Gavin Newsom has confirmed that he is considering a run for president in 2028. Now, the reason why I'm talking about Gavin Newsom is because he is currently the favorite for the Democratic nomination in 2028. He has had a recent lead in the betting market odds because of him going on right-wing podcast, him moving to the center on trans issues, and also his he's been very vocal against President Trump, and his redistricting efforts, and the National Guard being sent to LA. And because of this, he is currently the favorite for the Democratic nomination. Now, first, take this video with a grain of salt because it's way too early to really discuss this, but it's always fun to discuss it still, even if it's really early, just because we don't know what the campaign strategy will be for the candidates, or, what's going to happen to them, like what will happen, but we can just go off of what we know now. So first of all, here's some arguments for Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom, I think, is born out of an era of Trump. He's a politician who has been running kind of in the Trump era. That's when he's been running for governor, which means that he's a pretty good debater when it comes to, attacking his opponents and defending attacks. Same thing how Trump is really good at debating people in a very, offensive way. And I think that Gavin Newsom could definitely do really well in debates, and he's clearly a fighter. He's been opposing Trump pretty much every step of the way since Trump took office, and I think that he could definitely be a really good nominee. But there are some cons to his candidacy. First of all, Gavin Newsom is from California. As we know, California, one of the most liberal states in the country, in the U.S., and he is seen as a liberal elite. He's very rich. He's clearly the establishment. He will clearly, if he runs, will be trying to win the establishment base of the party, and that is not the best message to run on, that you're the establishment, when we're in this era of populism with Trump, especially if he goes up against someone like J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance is clearly a very populist candidate, so that could be really bad for him. And he'll also have to defend his record as the governor of California. California has a lot of poverty, and it has a drug problem right now, and it's very expensive to live in California, so he'll have to somehow defend that. So overall, I think that he could definitely have some strengths, but there's also some weaknesses that could hurt him. So overall, I'd say he might not be the best nominee, mainly just because I feel like what's the word? I think that there's more cons to his candidacy than there are pros. So, that's it for Gavin Newsom. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and please subscribe.